It's a beautiful crowd. We were having, I think one common thing, one of the lessons today, that early in the morning we were having a meeting with all management in India for ONPASSIVE. And as I said, the meeting in Israel, and two different classes, one is staff and one founders, but they had the same question. Why do you do this? So the staff is as a reaction for uh, the extra benefits that we give them, like no other company would give them, the travel, the things that we finalized, the ability to get bonuses, loans, you name it, okay? No company's done that. So they give the salary, the insurance, the regular, the taxes, the benefits, the saving, as usual, but on passive, then a bigger list, we go what no other company would ever do. Example, because Susie McRae has been in the HR management for a while, and she knows. Have you seen a company structure where they pay you a hike or a salary increase every month, forever in your life, a percentage, and it's compounded? So typically you get an annual hike, couple pennies here and there. Some people stay years before they see any increase in their salary. 6 months, I've seen the shortest term maybe, but for the most part, it's a year plus and a little bit. So they give that in ONPASSIVE. That's the usual, but also what ONPASSIVE for the workers and the movers and the shakers, those who give us more than average performance, we give them a percentage, a fixed percent every month. So you get 1,000, let's say example this month, 2% next month, compounded 2%. So my salary would never be the same. So that's why they were asking, why do you do that? When and that conversation was a little bit longer. Same thing with Israel. Like they said, you could have been the richest man. You have the opportunity to keep wealth. I heard Andy was explaining about the three, and we could do that and stop right there. But it's possible to scrape a little bit more and share with more people that abundance and that prosperity. So it got me thinking, and why do I do this? Whatever you do in life, you do it for a cause, for a reason. You have a motive. You have something that motivates you. I am not motivated by money. It happened that they just finished a dinner, and I use the analogy. They were just wrapping up the dinner, very nice. And I said, would you be interested in listening to more food now? Or do you want to like consume more food? The answer is like, they're like stuffed. If we talked an hour earlier, they would have been hungry. All they want to talk about food is food. And the same thing. So I'm not hungry for money or that, I'm fine, or I don't need to go through ONPASSIVE to be able to maintain the lifestyle I wish to have. And it's that simple. So my drive is not money. In fact, if I am driven by money, I wouldn't have the energy, the passion to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year, almost the slowest day in my life, like 14, 18 hours. Okay, some days it connects to the next day with all the, obviously, it's not easy. It's, it can get frustrating sometimes. But when you're on a mission to make an impact on others and they hold you accountable, or they have faith and hope and trust in you, they put their entire faith in you. So it's above and beyond my personal scope. It is way bigger than what about her or him or that family that can count on me. It's shameful for me to let them down or disappoint them. So the drive is massive. I can give it my life, and it's much more rewarding and fulfilling than just like piling that wealth in one bank account. It's, to me, it's tasteless. In fact, I would probably feel bad because I know it's at the expense of somebody. Somebody has to pay for that. The typical business structure. And as I often say, most businesses, what they do, this is ABC business, okay? The least amount of money, the easiest, simplest way to get the task done, the fastest amount of time, or the least amount of time. So less in, and the most they can get out of it in dollars or money, called ROI, return on investment. They want to put a dollar or a day, they want to get 70 in return. They want to get the most. It's completely different. That's not the measure. That's not the criteria in ONPASSIVE. The way we look at things, what's the most value we can provide? How much impact can we make on humanity? Regardless of the cost, how long it takes, the sacrifice or the energy or the effort, doesn't matter. What matters is how much value can we provide. And to complete the concept here, I'm very convinced that nobody will take away from my wealth. Nobody. You're going to have enough. There is enough wealth for all of us. No matter how much you take, she takes, they take, I take, doesn't matter. There's enough abundance and prosperity for all of us. The difference is the distribution of that wealth, how it fluctuates, and the fairness of that distribution. Up until now, I don't know anywhere that is fair. Not in the church industry. It's not even fair. Okay, as close as it can get to God is corrupted. Okay, so it's never fair. And governments, you tell me about it. Okay, so it's not fair, and we can do something about it. I want to win with people. It's more fulfilling. It's more impactful. And that's why we're so strong about our passion. We're very, very, determined that this is a winning game. We're going to win together, at least those who decided to win with us. If you decided to come and win, don't worry about the mechanics. I believe success with people or in the people business, 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. Leave the mechanics for us. You just make a decision, put a big smile. As Marina was talking, increase, expand your thinking and your dream. It's one life, it's short. Don't settle for mediocrity or silly stuff. Set your life for big, big, bold dreams and go for it. Even if you die halfway, you're going to die on a mission, on something honorable. All right? It's not worth it to do silly stuff, okay? So go for it. Go big and loud and huge. Aim for the moon. If you fail or if you miss, you land among the stars. There's no losing if you're on a big mission. If you achieved nothing, just being on the right journey, on the right track, it's already fulfilling. Somebody will finish. So psychology meaning you make a decision. You have a proper positive attitude, a good perspective about life. If you're with us, they say success is all about showing. It's some people say 50% of success, 75%. It doesn't matter how much percent. But if you're showing up at the right place, like now, at the right time, it's definitely a big chunk of your success. It's only a matter of time. You don't want to be too busy and consumed in energy, a lot of noise on the wrong direction, because you're never going to get there. And you're going to hurt yourself and may hurt more people. If you're at the right track, on the right track, with the right people, with a clean purpose, no matter how much you accomplish, you are winning because you're on the right track. The positioning, the direction is already clean. And to convey to Andy's coverage about the pay structure, very simple. ONPASSIVE, according to experts, it will be, not possibly, or according to the volume and to the potential market we have. The market cap is 5 billion people, 5,000 million people. It's a lot of people. And it's going to be difficult to feed all of them. So anyway, but together we can. So due to that, they predict that ONPASSIVE will be the biggest company that the industry ever witnessed. You got Tesla, you got SpaceX, you got Apple, $2 trillion. Big. That's not what they meant. They're talking about the impact of ONPASSIVE, even if we don't have a budget or cash flow of or assets for $2 trillion. That's a lot of billions, okay? The impact that ONPASSIVE is making already is far beyond any other company we've seen. And one thing I disagree with them, they said in the industry, I disagree. The keyword is not the industry. In any sector, is in any industry. I haven't seen a company that is lined up to make such an impact globally on humanity and leave a clean legacy. Not to one, not to two, not to one family, but to all of us. And like Andy said, we're the 1%. We're 750,000 now. One more quarter will be 1 million founders. It's mind-boggling to have a company didn't open doors for, retail or collecting money and payments that has nearly 1 million customers lining up saying, "This is my card. Charge me. I'm in."
But the